Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Taroscopes. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Leo. It's Leo Sun, Leo Moon, or Leo Rising for the month of July 2023. And before we get to the tarot part, let's look at the scope part of things and look at the astrology for Leo. Now, this is just a general thing that I'm bringing up for Leo. It's by no means complete. If you want a complete evaluation of your chart, you can always get a reading with me. This gives us just a general idea of the energies of July and how they may affect Leo. Now, of course, July is a month when the sun moves into Leo. That happens on the 22nd, I believe. The 22nd, that's the same day that Venus, which has been in Leo now for a while, stations retrograde at 29 degrees of Leo and then moves all the way back to 13 degrees of Leo before it goes direct again and then moves out of Leo in October, I believe it is. So we have a lot of energy in Leo. Venus is our values, what we love, what is essential in our lives. And Leo, Venus retrogrades are always a reevaluation of that. And of course, for you, this is going to be in your first house. So this has to do with a reevaluation of perhaps how you put yourself out there, the face that people get to see. You know, I guess if you wanted, this would be a time to get some plastic surgery, although I wouldn't suggest it. But, you know, it's possible that this might be sort of a revamp of, you know, your whole thing, but maybe just a new hairstyle, which would be a lot cheaper and a lot safer, as it were. So we also have, of course, the sun in Cancer as the moon, as the month starts, and Cancer is your 12th house. And so usually July, the beginning of July, is a little bit more of an introspective time for you. And you do have to watch that you don't undo yourself in some way. But a time of vivid dreams and the like. We also have Mars in Leo as the month begins, and it will shift into Virgo on the 10th. And so we have Mars in that first house, really putting ourselves out there. And then once it moves into the second house, we're going to be putting our energy into more practical matters, into our money, into our resources, into our essential needs, and into our sense of self-worth and self-esteem. We have a full moon in the sign of Capricorn that's happening in your 6th house with the sun in your 12th house. This is the axis of healing. It's also a karmic axis, so you can have a view of what needs to be healed, perhaps. We also have a new moon in Cancer, which is your 12th house. It's starting a new relationship with spirit, really, and that 12th house can be rather slippery, as it were, but it really is about our connection to source. So anything that you may want to do and initiate at that time to have a deeper connection to spirit. And that new moon occurs on the 17th of July. What else is going on? Oh, yes, the nodes of the moon. The nodes of the moon. The moon is the nodes of the moon are shifting. They've been in North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. Of course, you being in Leo, the Leo is square that axis, so there's been a lot of choices to be made over the last 18 months or so. And hopefully you chose well to move into the future with confidence and stability, and to be able to let go of those enmeshments that held us back, and any kind of resentment that held us back. But now the nodes are moving into Aries, North Node, and the South Node in Libra. So the axis of evolution is about our own sense of self and how we relate to others. Now, Pluto has just moved back into Capricorn, And a few days after the nodes shift on the 18th of July. And then on the 28th, Pluto exactly squares the nodes of the moon from Capricorn. The resolution node is the south node in Libra. And so we will be evaluating our relationships, especially those relationships in which we give our power away. I think that the Republican Party, if you don't mind me saying, is going to have a lot of experience in having to see how they gave their power away in order to be powerful. And unfortunately, you have to know, sometimes you have to know what you've done wrong before you can do things right, right? So good luck on that, Republicans. Unfortunately, we're all in for the ride, I guess. Mars is in Leo as we start the month. Did I say that? And then it moves in, oh no, it moves, I did say that, it moves into Virgo. Jupiter is in Taurus. Jupiter's in Taurus for a whole year. So for you, we're looking at your 10th house. So we can see expansion of both your public persona, especially maybe as somebody who is learned, because Jupiter is the professor. It's quite professorial, as it were. Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces is your 8th house. And you do have to watch for your taxes, make sure that all of that is taken care of as best to your ability. This is a time when you really need to do that while Saturn is in Pisces. So when it moves into Aries, you have a clean slate. So you might have to clean some things up with taxes. All right. What else do I want to say? I think that's really all I want to say. We do have on the 20th of July, we have Saturn opposing Mars. Mars at that point will be in, I'm sorry, Mars will be in Virgo, which is in that second house with Saturn in the 8th house. So that may be a time when something, you get like a note from the IRS or you know, it doesn't have to be, maybe you need to send some more information in on something. So that is sort of a little stop point and reevaluation and do what needs to be done so you can move past that. All right, so that's what's going on. I think that's enough to talk about. Let's take a look at the cards. I'm going to use the Arcanum deck. I use this deck an awful lot with Leo, you know, because it's so pretty and it's so Leo-ish. Leo does like to look good, and this is a good-looking deck. Good-looking deck. All right. So what does Leo have to be aware of for the month of July? Summertime or winter time, if you happen to be in the southern hemisphere, the living ain't so easy. I know here in the northern hemisphere, in the northern climes, there have been a lot of really, really hot spots. And here I live in New England, and New England's been pretty cold, actually, pretty. Where other parts of the country are sweltering, we've had a pretty chilly spring, and we'll see how summer goes, because summer just started about 10 minutes ago. So I'll let you know. I'm doing this on the solstice, so extra powerful reading for you, Leos, because I'm doing it on the solstice. All right. We have a self-made person. Here you are in your garden, looking gorgeous, of course, with your pet falcon. This is the self-made person. This is the person who's there through her own efforts, She's in her domain. This might be seen as me in my garden, right? For those of you who follow me in my garden every morning. And instead of having a falcon, I have a parrot, but he doesn't actually come out into the garden. Although, to see if I can get him one of those things you put around their leg. or like a harness. Maybe they have harnesses. Getting the harness on would be a video in itself, but and take him out so he can talk to the other birds. But I also have Charlie who likes to sit on my shoulder. So I mean, this is me, Charlie, in the garden. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because I have a Leo rising. But anyway, self-made person. What challenges that? New ways of making money, new opportunities, finding new opportunities. It's like you have what you have, but you want to expand. See what's underneath it all. The Queen of Cups. This is knowing. This is a knowing. This is an empathetic queen. Somebody who knows things just because they know it, not because they've seen it. They've seen it in their third eye. This is actually a Scorpio vibration. This is a Scorpio vibration. And the queen of who has stabilized her emotions and utilizes them to help. In the past, we have the King of Wands. So this is a masculine energy. This could be you being the king of your domain. Kings are all about dominion, and fire is about spirit. So this is somebody who rules or rules, I guess, or is in charge based on what they believe, their beliefs. Isn't he handsome? He's so handsome. I would definitely invite that guy in for tea. See what's in the sky. Yeah, there's people out there that are not well intended. So this is a warning to watch who you let into your energy bubble, as it was. This is also, this can be the energy of what we see outside and what's going on, and we're seeing all kinds of abuses of power being exposed. It's interesting because this card is associated with Gabora on the Tree of Life, which is the Sephir Mars. And while this is abuse of power, Gabora says you'd never get away with it anyway. So we're going to see people who have abused power not getting away with it. Should be a good month. Immediate future. Speaking of the devil, there's the devil. The devil is the tempter, and it tempts us to do things that keep us from our light. So you will have temptations come up for you, whether it's the temptation of an addiction or the temptation of wanting to make some easy money. There's no such thing, by the way. There is a challenge here. You will be challenged and you will be tested. But just like Jesus, 40 days, right? And it's interesting because Venus, her retrograde cycle is around 40 days. And so it's connected. And Venus is also, it's what we value and what we love. But Venus can be a little bit acquisitive. And so you may have the opportunity to, somebody may offer you something that sounds profitable, but you do have to worry about strings with that. How it's seen from the outside, a little bit of discontent. You may feel people may see you as a little bit discontent, maybe not taking the opportunities that are being offered to you. And that may have something to do with the devil. So you do really have to utilize your intuition when it comes to because it does seem like there's somebody coming into your energy field that's going to offer you something that's too good to be, so you have to guard against that. So your domestic situation come to you that you know are coming. They're coming. You're also thinking about how you can put yourself out into the larger world. How you can put yourself out into the larger world. So you're in this place of being okay with where you are, but really sort of to put yourself out there a little bit more. And there are people that, but you have to be very, very discerning about who that is. Let's see your hopes and fears. This is about courage. This is about having the higher perspective. And also this guy has a door behind him. So if things get too hot, he can always escape out the door. So it's always good to have some sort of escape plan when it comes to these situations. Let's see your outcome. We have the Knight of Swords. You know, sometimes the Knight of Swords is a negative energy, but I feel like this is somebody coming to your rescue. Maybe a legal, maybe this is a lawyer or something that's coming to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. Let me continue. I don't feel like that's the evil person. It's very different than this energy. Very different. We have the Empress here, which is again similar in a way to this card. I feel, right? In your garden, doing your things, being in your power. So just stay in your power. You don't have to change yourself. You don't have to do it differently necessarily. You've gotten to this point being who you are. Beneath it all, we have the High Priestess, which is about secrets being, but it's also direct connection from spirit to you, to your own heart, to the energy that's coming down the center of the tree to inform you of what spirit wants you to do. So what is coming to me is that all the answers lie within, not without, not without. Now, it's good to have a good lawyer. It's good to have a good accountant. It's good to have all those people on your side, so you can live life in a way that is aligned with what is acceptable and what's going to make you successful. But ultimately, underneath it all is your ability to listen to your own connection to spirit, to source. And remember, you do have that new moon in the 12th house coming up, and you also have the full moon axis being activated in the 12th house. So there are messages coming through. The Page of Swords here is keeping your ears open and being vigilant. So stay vigilant. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is really about evaluating your situation, what you have, what you need to put more energy into, what you need to prune in your life. It's all about assessing where you stand financially in order for you to move forward. And I usually only do 3 cards, but I couldn't help it because here comes the Chariot. And this is about movement and change and being on your path. So you're in good stead if you continue to listen to the higher expression, right? The spirit. Stay aligned with your spirit and opportunities will come. And if things seem too good to be true, they are, and you need to stay away from that. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a Spirit of the Wheel card. Let me do that. Alrighty. Here we go. Oops. This deck is really kind of special. And one of the things I love about it is that it also has a prayer for you to say. So you can use that as a mantra all month if you wish. Okay. Leo, Leo, Leo. Show me what Leo needs to know. Leo, Leo, Leo. Creator, awareness, co-creation, and change. Little one. Creator. Somebody else got this card too. Was it Taurus? And another of the signs got this card. All right, let's read it. It's such a great deck that I wouldn't even dare not read this because it's just so good. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'll hold it up so you can see it. Such a lovely card. There we go. And we have an eagle there, right? What is that? It is a warrior on a horse. It's like a victory. It's a picture that's familiar. that counting coup or something? I don't know. Anyway. The Creator card can bring a period of examining your faith and values. There is a strong desire for change and redirection of your life. Here you are given the gift of awareness. A hidden truth may be revealed to you, or a new understanding unveiled to you in the near future. The newfound information will bring about necessary changes. Connect with the oneness of the Great Spirit through your prayers and beliefs. Co-create the hopes and dreams you have envisioned by experiencing change and letting go of whatever is no longer serving your highest good. The Creator card is a gentle reminder that if you have faith in Great Spirit and yourself, you may overcome any obstacle towards change. Having faith in the great mystery allows the necessary changes to unfold. Your prayer: with the greatest of honor, I open myself to the complete truth of who I am. I trust, Great Spirit, that you will assist me on my path. Help me to build my dreams and develop my potential for the higher good. So there you go. It truly is all about you, isn't it? Isn't it though? All right, guys, have yourself a great month. Like and subscribe if you would. If you'd like a reading with me, there's a link below. If you would like to become a patron and help support my channel, you can do that. There's a link below. Or if you just want to give me a thumbs up and share this with people that you love and that you think may find this of value. I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so if you can help me with that, that would be great. And I will see you next month when I do have 10,000 subscribers. And have a wonderful month. And I'll see you again next month for Taroscopes for August, another Leo heavy month, guys. All right, take care, everyone. Namaste. Love you.